P&O Cruises have finally done it. After years of me nagging them, families of five now have more options open to them, as P&O are introducing proper five-berth cabins on 3 of their best ships. They're on sale now as of about 2 hours ago as I record this video, and they start sailing early next summer. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through everything. Where they are, how they work, what you actually get, and whether they are the right choice for your family.
Cruise Family!
Hi, I'm Peter from Cruise Family. I spend most of my life helping UK families work out which cabins actually fit their families. So when P&O announced this change completely out of the blue, I had to sprint into action and get you the details. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether a 5-berth cabin makes sense for you, or whether you're better off sticking with their current offering of 2 cabins in a kind of interconnecting setup. First question, which ships actually have these cabins? So P&O have confirmed that the 5-berth cabins will be available on Avia, Iona and Britannia. That's the 3 biggest and most family-friendly ships they have. When would they be available? The cabins themselves are available to book right now, but the first cruises where they appear are Britannia from the 3rd of July 2026, starting with cruise B616, Iona from the 4th of July 2026 with cruise G621, and Avia from the 5th of July 2026 with the cruise K615. An important thing to note is that you cannot book them online. If you log into P&O's site and try to add 5 guests to a booking, it will still show standard 4-berth cabins. To actually book one, you need to either speak to your favourite travel agent or call P&O directly. How many cabins are available? So Avia gets 15, Iona gets 23, and Britannia gets 12. Very random amounts, especially considering Iona and Avia are twins. So as you can probably guess, availability will come and go very quickly. If you want to sail in 2026, you really need to be putting down a deposit ASAP. What are the cabin types? So this is where things start to differ depending on which ship you're looking at. On Avia and Iona, the 5-berth option is a conservatory mini suite. This is the cabin with the indoor-outdoor conservatory space at the front of the room. It already sleeps 4. P&O have added an extra bed so it can now sleep 5. On Britannia, the 5-berth cabins are the Superior Deluxe balcony. This is the larger version of the normal balcony cabin on Britannia. Again, it already sleeps 4, they've added a 5th sleeping space. However, no matter which cabin you pick, the sleeping layout is the same. 1 fixed double bed, 1 single pull-down bed, and 1 double sofa bed. During the day, the pull-down bed is folded away, the sofa goes back to being a sofa, so you still get a decent daytime living space. Then in the evening, your room attendant will get them all back out again. Storage doesn't change. These rooms are not getting extra wardrobes, extra shelves or extra floor space. You're basically getting the same cabin you already know, but with another bed. So if you are a family who already fills a cabin to the ceiling with luggage, be realistic. 5 people need to be fairly tidy to make this work. What about infants and cots? On Avia and Iona, if your 5th guest is a baby, they can fit in a cot. On Britannia, they can't. So if you need a cot on Britannia, the cabin is effectively still a 4-berth. The 5th sleeping space is not suitable for a cot because it's essentially a bunk bed, so you'll lose that extra place. Pricing. This bit is much simpler than you might imagine. P&O have said the 5th guest will not cost more than the 3rd or 4th guest. So that's good news. First 2 people in the cabin pay full price as usual, and everyone else pays less, and the amount they actually pay depends on the cruise and their age. But there are some downsides to this offering too that I need to tell you about. The first is that both cabin types that can sleep 5 are amongst the highest priced cabins on the ship. For instance, the conservatory mini suite is already one of the most expensive stateroom categories on Avia and Iona. and Britannia's superior deluxe balcony sits near the top of her price list as well. So, even though adding a fifth person does not trigger any extra surcharges, the room you are buying is still a premium cabin. This means something important for families trying to save money. 2 interconnecting outside cabins or inside cabins can often come back cheaper than one 5-berth conservatory mini cabin. You lose the novelty of the conservatory and the balcony space, but for interconnecting rooms you would gain 2 bathrooms, 2 sets of storage, more floor space and more privacy. In real terms, the interconnecting option may be the more comfortable layout for many families, and in some cases cheaper too. And there's one more detail about the conservatory mini suites that people sometimes don't realise. They are located on decks 8 and 9, and the balcony area sits on the same deck or directly above the promenade deck, so you do not get a ton of privacy. But equally, Deck 8 balcony is much safer if you have little climbers, so swings and roundabouts. If you do choose a conservatory mini suite, you'll get a few extra touches that standard cabins don't offer. So these include a bottle of champagne on arrival, very nice, luxurious toiletries, fresh fruit, a bathrobe and slippers, a pillow menu, priority embarkation, a turn down service and a free pressing service for formal nights to get your shirts looking good. So who are these cabins best for? Well, in my opinion, they'll suit 3 types of families. Families with younger children who sleep well in the same space and just want to keep everyone together. Families who prefer the conservatory layout on Avia or Iona and want that indoor-outside feeling without buying 2 cabins. And groups of 5 adults who do not mind tight sleeping arrangements and want to reduce prices per person while still having a balcony. It is really good to finally see P&O move into this space. Royal Caribbean, MSC, Norwegian and Disney have offered 5-berth or family cabins for years, so it's nice to see P&O join that group. These cabins will help a lot of UK families who have been stuck choosing between 2 cabins or a boring land-based holiday. They are not perfect, but they are a step in the right direction, and for many families they will be the most affordable way to stay together on a P&O ship. Thanks for watching, and I'll wait here while you press subscribe. It's just there. Just got to press it.